I want to welcome everyone back to the Religion Matters show. This is the first episode that we have filmed since our hiatus in 2010. If you've looked at our website, you have seen what's been going on. Of course, we have incorporated a nonprofit organization, the Institute for Religious Tolerance, Peace, and Justice, and you'll find our website on the internet. If you're finding this on YouTube or some other kind of medium, please go to our website. It's instituteforreligiousTolerance.org, and it's all one word. It is not case sensitive, so go there if you're not already there. But if you've been following us for a while, you know that we did our first season of episodes in 2009, and we took a break, and that is when we were in the process of incorporating the nonprofit organization. And so now the Religion Matters show is a major project of the Institute for Religious Tolerance, Peace, and Justice. So this is very exciting. So a brand new season of episodes, and we have a variety of different exciting guests, knowledgeable guests, wonderful guests, and of course the first one that we have with us is the Reverend Dr. Jongmae Park, who I would like to introduce to you here, and I'm very grateful to you, Dr. Park. And just a little bit of background for the viewers. Reverend Dr. Park is a Buddhist monk from the Korean Buddhist tradition. He is also a colleague of mine at Loyola Marymount. Our offices are right next to each other. And when I asked him, actually months and months ago, if he would be on the show, he was very kind enough to deign to come onto the show. What could you tell me about the particular order of Buddhism that you are from?
Well, I spent the 35 years in Jogye order. Mm-hmm. I've been ordained for, well, actually I entered the Buddha Sangha back in 1972. Mm-hmm. Then I fully ordained in 1975. Then 2006, I changed it, Jogye order to Taego order. Mm-hmm. So right now I served at Korean Buddhist Taego order, which is same as the Jogye, but slightly different. Yes.
Okay. And for the viewer, the Jogye order is the most common of all sects of Buddhism within Korea, and the Taego order is the second most?
Yeah, second largest.
All right. And of course, without delving into your personal reasons, I mean, could you tell us why you chose to change to the Taego order, at least on the official level, what your purpose, your reasons?
Well, I've been spent 35 long years the Jogye order, and I spent it many years in institution like a school and university. I spent a lot of years in Europe, and I spent some year in South Asia, in Thailand, and also spent some time in Taiwan. You know, I'm just looking for some wonderful teachings and the good, looking for some opportunity to spreading to Buddha Dharma. So I travel a lot and study in many different countries. And at the same time, since the Jogye clergy member, I had many Western disciples. Right now, I have about 40 Western disciples. They are monk. Mm-hmm. Back in 2006, maybe approximately 35. Mm. And the important reason I switched to the order because except the two my disciples, they really never gone through with the proper exercise to be a novice monk, which the Jogye order is not recognized. So they are monk, but they're not really officially recognized by Jogye order because it's not through the proper channel. Mm-hmm. So, when I switch the order and Taego order, the guarantee to bestow the such is the proper status for my disciple, and they did it. I took them, all of them, back to Korea. They reordained under the Taego order. Oh, I see. So right there, they officially adopted by Taego order. So the official, authentic, the Zen monk assistant. So I felt it so happy because over 20 years, since it's I got my first disciple, I always feel very guilty about my disciple because they are monk, they shave head, they have a nice Buddhist temple, they're spreading Buddha Dharma, but is they never really recognized their father monastery. And the Taego order, I appreciate it to accept it. All my disciples now they are officially a Taego monk. This is the great opportunity to serve the other order. Yeah.
So I was just going to say that when I was over there in 1993, and I was with Kongang Cheongsa, which I was mentioning to you before we started taping, we did a lot of sightseeing. So I had the opportunity to see a number of the major temples. We went to, I think, Haeinsa.
Yeah, that's what my 2 years education at the seminary back in 73 and 74.
Okay. Yeah. And we, of course, also visited Pulkuksa and Sokuram.
Very wonderful.
I had a fantastic time doing all of the sightseeing, just seeing all of these wonderful temples and monasteries from ancient times. I felt so blessed to be able to see these things. So in terms of the differences between the Jogye order and the Taego order, would you say that there are a lot of doctrinal or theological differences?
Oh, no. Actually, they split 1970.
Oh, it's recent.
Yeah, recent, yeah. So before that, the Korea is only one denomination, Jogye order, for hundreds of years. And in the early 1900s, some very liberal Zen monk, they have a chance to study the Japan and some West. So they have a little bit the westernized the preview or perspective to interpret the syllabus. So the very liberal monk strongly encouraged the celibate monk, because Japan is already started. The monk have a family. Even the like Anglican and English the religion. They are pretty much is very conservative, but nevertheless, they are a clergy member allowed to have a family. So sort of the new idea into the very different dynamic of the Zen Buddhism, and actually a lot of the Buddhist monks actually start to have family. Well, at the same time, Japan it took over the Korea in 1910, and it really speed up to many celibate start to have their family, because strong influence by the Japanese, the Buddhist culture. But why now is the Jogye order get more stronger? Because the backed by government. Actually, the Lee Seung-man is the first president. He educated in the United States. He's the deacon of the Presbyterian.
Of the Presbyterian?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So, he well-educated guy and have a PhD at the seminary. So he is a diehard Christian. We have a lot of rumor why he started this kind of very strange things, but maybe some reason. Actually, he sparked to celibate monk and the married monk start not just early confrontation. It's kind of war between two groups. And all the policemen and even army, they support the celibate to kick all the married monk out from the major monastery. You never hear about that. It's a democratic country. It's a religious matter. The president order to their policemen and their military men to support this kind of movement.
Right.
And
he's not even Buddhist. He's
a
Presbyterian, and yet he's involved in the internal politics of a particular religion, another religion.
So it's the late 1940 or even of 1950. They adopted the Western the government body, but they still think of the monarchy. So president still act like it, and really the practice as the king of Korea. So even still now, though, even Korea is a people's mentality. They're not president; it's king.
Interesting.
It's Korean mentality.
So one might say that it's the same mentality that was governing North Korea, despite the ideological differences between communism and democracy. That it may have been the same mindset allowing the North Korean people to have Kim Jong-il as somewhat of a monarch.
Yes. anyways, what's the difference? Because that confrontation make the two groups split. 1970. So official, lawfully, it's split. So still they carry same name.
Okay.
조계 order, 조계 order. Yeah, funny, right?
Right.
Yeah. Then somehow the married monk say, well, now it's over two 조계 order. It looks kind of sounds like it, little weird. So they change Taego order. Okay. So Taego order they maintain to use the red casa, which is I wear right now, and the 조계 order new design like a little reddish brown. Maybe you saw that, right?
I think so.
So now the 조계 or the little reddish or dark brown or reddish brown because they trying to distinct it to Taego and well I would say the married monk and celibate monk. Yeah.
Now, one aspect of it that intrigues me even further is that because in Protestant Christianity, of which Presbyterianism is a denomination, why would the president even care about the 조계 order having celibate monks? Because Presbyterians are not celibate. Their pastors can marry.
Well, this is just the rumor, because all his cabinet member was a Christian those days because there was set by American military under the American military. So like a lot of the U.S. general actually controlling the South Korea under different circumstances, because a lot of threat. So the most official government official was educated in the United States. Of course, they're the Protestant, some Catholic as well. So their teacher or their mentor don't want to see the large Buddhist population in Korea. We're a Buddhist country, by the way.
Right.
So in order to change the religious feature, or trying to strong on the Protestant or some general Christian word they put into the South Korean peninsula. So maybe some kind of trick. I don't know. This is just a rumor. Okay.
Yeah, and it's interesting that I would say probably most of the Koreans that that are immigrants that I see here in the U.S. and I have, of course, I'm very closely connected with the Korean community. A lot of associates of mine and friends, scholars, all of them seem to be Christian.
Well, that's a misunderstanding, though.
Yeah.
According to the foreign ministry in Korea, that most people wish to come to the United States was Christian, because the United States is the kingdom of Protestant. This is a God heaven, so that's very difficult to explain. In a lot of Korean, that still the U.S. is not just a rich country. U.S. is a home of their religion. So every Protestant, every Christian would love to come to this country to enjoy, have something pleasurable life with the Christian fellow. So the most people that came to the United States, most people really wish to come to this, mostly Christian. The Buddhists, they're very conservative Korean. They like to stay in Korea, no matter what happened.
Right. Spent some time with I guess it was a more recent sect, recent created sect, their temple Kumgangchongsa, and the sect was told to me that it was referred to as Kumgangkyongchong. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but they focus on the Diamond Sutra as their primary text. And some of the features or doctrinal or theological features that I noticed about their religion was that they tended to address or treat the Buddha in very much the same way as